I saw your face in the moon. I promise I'll be with you soon. What if I wake up happy? And what if I wake up sad? Sorry if I...
Hey guys! Welcome to another video. Today I'm going to try to do a sort of date Zoom kind of makeup look. So yeah, let's get started. First, I'm gonna clip back my hair.
It was at this moment that he knew.
Okay. Even though you're kind of going on a date, you want to look good, you don't really need to look super good because first off, your camera quality is probably not above 1080p. And even if it is above 1080p, the chances of your partner's computer screen being 4K is very low. There's not a lot of computers that have 4K screens, especially laptops, which is the thing that most people use. So let's get started. I already did sort of skincare, but the one thing I did not do is actually I did not put a cream on because I really wanted to show you guys this cream that I've been using recently. It's not really anything new. It's been around for quite a while. It's this gigantic Nivea cream. Look at this thing. It's bigger than my face. Not literally, but it's like gigantic. Have you ever seen a product that has 382 grams? I have not ever seen that before, ever seen that. So yeah, I've used a little bit. I think I got it last year. I have not been using consistently. I've only kind of started to use it again. I'm sorry if I'm always looking to this side. The monitor is over here and I'm just sort of drawn to myself looking this way, but I should be looking here. I'm not really, I guess, used to it. Anyways, so with this cream, it's a really good hand cream too. I do not recommend this for oily people. Do not use this if you're oily. But if you are dry and it is cold outside, like recently it's been kind of cold where I am, get some of this cream and you can just put it directly on your face. Or some people like to do is they put it on their palm and then melt it first and then they put it on their face. It's just, you can do whatever. I guess if your face is really wet, like you just put on a bunch of serums or whatever, I suggest you put on your hands first, melt it, and then go in with it. But if you have not put on a bunch of serums or your skin is kind of already dry at that point, I suggest you just go in. It's a lot easier. This works really well under makeup. And since it's dark out, I'm not going to be putting on sunscreen, but if it was the day, I would be putting on sunscreen, just FYI. And then the next thing that I like to do is a lip treatment using the View 92 lip renewal toner. Is that what it's called? I don't know. This is Edward Avelia's brand. He's a YouTuber. I don't know if you can see. And I just put it on my lip. Makes like this very moisturized. So going with base makeup, first thing I like to do is put on a primer. I am obsessed with this Pollen Gel primer. Yeah, it sort of has a tint to it, so it does kind of color correct, but it's the main thing is that it's very moisturizing. I put it on the back of my hand, probably like one pump, and then I just go in with my fingers. It does have kind of a small fragrance. It smells really good, but if you're really sensitive to fragrances, I would probably not use this. So I'm just gonna rub it in. Bruh. I will say, if your skin is oily, you probably not like this either. I'm so sorry. So you can tell that kind of covered some of the redness that I had, but not completely. I'm gonna go with my this is Dr. Dartsika Pear Tiger Grass Correcting whatever. Can it please forgive me? Yeah, this is probably my favorite color correcting base sort of thing. I've sort of replaced this with foundation when I don't want to wear foundation. It doesn't have a ton of coverage, but it does cancel out the redness, which is the one thing that I want. And sometimes I go straight in with this without the primer. You could do that if you wanted to, but I thought I wanted a little bit more moisture on my skin. This one, it kind of is like a tinted moisturizer, but it's tinted green. I definitely don't recommend this for people who have a darker complexion than me. So my skin is very, very dewy, and I kind of like that. Some people don't like that. I think that's the end with base makeup. You can see I have like a blemish here. That's really not gonna go away because it's a more of a texture thing. So unless I have something I can do texture wise to fix it, it's not gonna go away. It's gonna always be there. Next, I'm gonna go with brows. For brows, I don't try really hard because I have bangs. So I've been using this Anastasia brow definer. It's just a basic pencil really. It's in the color dark brown. I kind of wish I got a lighter color because I like when my brows are a tiny bit lighter than my natural hair because it makes you look brighter, kind of. So what I've been doing with my brows is just, I really only fill the end. I don't really want to fill the front part because the front part of my brows is already very, very dark, but I do add a tiny bit of color so that it looks like we kind of the same through. Same thing on the other side. And to be honest, if you have bangs, you can just skip this step. If you don't have bangs, you probably don't want to skip this step because your brows are kind of like one of the main things that they're gonna see on Zoom. And I use the bristle side to brush everything out. You can tell my brows are looking a little bit dark. Same thing on this side. And my brows are definitely not even, but really it doesn't matter too much. For me, at least. Okay. Next. My face looks really oily with this lighting. I promise you, it's not. It's just dewy. Next, after brows, I'm gonna go in with eyeshadow, and I've been into this eyeshadow recently. This one is by Clio. It's the Coral Top one, but I've also been into this one by Romand, and I've also really been into this one. I got this a long time ago, but I've been falling back in love with it. This one's all mattes. The Coral Talk has some shimmer ones, but it has a bunch of mattes too. And this one by Romand has 3 mattes and 1 shimmer. I think I'm gonna go with the pink one because I'm feeling this sort of pink vibe. First, I'm gonna go in with this first color as a base. So I'm gonna use a little bit of shimmer. I'm gonna be using this one right here. I'm just gonna pop it on with my finger, and I'm going to pop it on the inner corner. Not inner corner, just the side part of my. Can you guys tell? You can tell there's a difference between the 2 eyes. And the same thing on this side. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of this pink shimmer as well. Maybe I'm gonna do this one. I think I'm gonna take the pink one and put it more on the outside. So now my whole eye is kind of glittery. It kind of creates a little bit of dimension on the eye. I think if it was just matte, it doesn't really stand out that much. So in order to have it stand out more, you should use shimmers and glitters. And then I don't really like putting eyeshadow on the bottom of my eye, but I will put a little bit of shimmer. And I like to use a brush with putting it on the bottom lid because I'm afraid I'm gonna make it too thick. I have this brush that you can tell it's like a flat kind of brush, so it will work really well. I think I'm going with the third color that I used. It's sort of a pinkish shimmer, and I think like it won't pick up as well as with your finger. It's very slight shimmer. I don't know if you can see it on camera, to be honest. So that's it for eyeshadow. I'm not an eyeshadow pro, so this is my best attempt at doing good eyeshadow. Next, I'm gonna go in with eyeliner. To be honest, I am not an eyeliner pro either, but this is my favorite eyeliner. It's by Ann B. It's the Ann B liquid eyeliner, and it's in the brown color. So I only know how to draw the wing, so I don't tightline or anything. That's just because I can't do it, so I don't do it. Same thing on the other side, or try to get as similar as possible. And next I'm gonna go in with my eyelashes. The eyelash curler I got from Coty. I'm just gonna curl my eyelashes. And the one I'm gonna be using is this Can Make one. This one has a slight curve to it. I don't know if you can tell. Next we're going to go in with blush. Usually I would go in with a sort of a cream blush, but I just don't really feel like it today. So we're going in with a powder blush. This is the 3CE blush. This is probably my favorite powder blush. 3CE is really good at powder products. I have been more into liquid blushes because of masks. I'm gonna go in just around here, so for that really cute sort of Japanese look. That's it for blush. I'm going with a tiny bit of highlighter. I'm using, oh my gosh, I totally forgot. I'm using this is the 3 Disgusting! Cosmetics palette. Oh my gosh, please ignore all of the dirty finger smudges from this. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. What am I putting? I'm gonna put some on my nose. Blend it out. Some of my Cupid's bow. Okay. Last but not least is lips. And for lips on Zoom, I think you need to go with something bold. I don't know if this is exactly bold, but I think you can't go with something that's a soft color because it won't really be noticed. So I've decided to go with this Rome and what is this? The see-through matte. Is it zero matte tint or see-through matte tint? Oh, Zero Velvet Tint. This one is in the color Joyful, and it doesn't last super long. You would expect a tint to last longer. Once I eat anything, it kind of just fades away. So this is sort of the finished makeup look, and I'm just gonna do my hair and get changed, and I will be back in a moment.
You should have seen the way that you bloom. I think I saw your face in the moon. I promise I'll be with you as soon as I find a way up. Yeah.
Of course, you only need to look cute on the top half. So the bottom half you can kind of wear whatever. I'm wearing some pajamas right here. But, you know, it's winter, so it's freaking cold. But yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. Hope to see you guys again sometime. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye!
feels like I have been gone